Hey guys, today we're checking out some more Star Trek The Next Generation Season 3. Where are we?
Brother John Bates, is that not the morning which breaks yonder?
I think it be. We have no great cause to desire the approach of day.
I hear chickens, I hear horses.
Who's there?
A friend.
Under what captain serve you?
Is that Data?
Under Sir Thomas Erpingham.
Okay.
He hath not told his thought to the king.
Or 'tis not meet he should.
Seen the holodeck?
I believe as cold a night as 'tis, he could wish himself in Thames up to the neck.
Methinks I could not die any place so contented as in the king's company.
Is this Shakespeare?
But all those legs and arms and heads chopped off in a battle shall join together at the lack of day and cry, "Oh,
Is that Picard?
Father of his son, nor the master of his servant.
splendid."
Is he watching
Data,
us play?
splendid. You're getting better and better.
Freeze program.
That kind of looks like Picard in a face prosthetic.
Riker to Picard. Sorry to interrupt, sir.
Go ahead, number one.
It's just directed
Sensors are
Shakespeare.
picking up an unidentified craft in the neutral zone, heading toward Federation space.
We're on our way. Get to the rest of the act another time, Data.
Nice. Very cool holodeck. He just wanted to go direct some Shakespeare.
Outpost Sierra 6 confirms our reading, sir. They identify it as a Romulan scout ship. Bearing
Romulans.
270 Mark 14.
Scout ship. What would a scout ship be doing this far into the neutral zone?
Provoking.
Requesting asylum.
Nah. It's a trap.
Pursuit.
Visual range on screen, Captain.
Okay, well, crap's going down in the neutral zone once again.
This is Captain Jean-Luc Picard of the Federation vessel Enterprise.
What the
You
heck are you
have crossed into the neutral zone and are engaged in hostile action. Explain yourself and your intent.
No reply, sir.
No reply to those friggin' guys.
Please, you must help me.
We are moving to intercept. Maintain your course and
Who's
power.
chasing him? Oh, crap!
Prepare to extend our shields around the Romulan scout ship.
Wow.
Shields in place.
Protecting him.
Got the scout ship, Captain.
Well, who's chasing him? The Borg? It's gotta be the Borg.
You are now in Federation territory. Unless you withdraw.
Cloaked.
Massive power failure to the scout ship, sir. All systems are going offline, including life support.
What the frig? Alright, what is happening?
I must see your captain immediately. I have information vital to your survival.
Ooh, let's hear it. This music is intense and I love it.
You're saying an entire base has already been established there?
Within 48 hours, the reactor core will be online.
So the Federation sensors that monitor the neutral zone just missed it.
Eye roll.
A fleet of Romulan warbirds will be within striking distance of 15 Federation sectors.
They should have Troy in here.
It is war that we're talking about, isn't it? Destroy the base now, and the threat is over.
But why did he defect?
We will attend to your quarters.
No doubt you will wish to question me further.
No doubt.
Does Picard trust him?
You don't believe it?
Well, the Empire knows that we would never allow them to build a base within the neutral zone.
Commander, that would not be an atypical Romulan ploy.
Yeah.
I think it's a plant to draw us into the neutrals.
Yes.
That way we look like the aggressors.
And the Romulans would have a legitimate excuse for responding in force.
That would also not be an atypical Romulan ploy.
Typical Romulans.
We have less than 48 hours to prevent a war.
Let's hope it
This
doesn't
will
come to
depend on
that.
establishing the truth.
Whoa! Well, good thing the away team wasn't over there.
The Federation credo, exploitation. Can't you understand? I came to stop a war.
If you could just hold still.
You are aware of a great deal for a logistics clerk.
Suspicious of him.
You are lucky this is not a Klingon ship. We know how to deal with spies.
Oh, remove this toy za from my sight.
Your knowledge of Klingon curses is impressive.
Yeah.
But as a Romulan might say, only a Varul would use such language in public.
Oh, burn, I assume. This is all very hostile.
Lieutenant Worf, I like him.
Yeah,
To be
right.
more accurate, I understand him. Warrior, proud, fearless, living only for combat. Exactly the type that will get us all killed if we're not careful.
I mean, is he trying to do the right thing and just avoid a war? I'm not sure. I'm watching him very closely to try and get an inkling of what he's up to here. What's this? Listening device? I don't trust him, but I never trust anyone on this show.
Captain Picard, Priority 1 message from Starfleet coming in on secured channel.
My ready room. Computer delay time.
2 hours, 22-minute delay from time of transmission at Starfleet Command on Laia 3.
They never mentioned the delay time. I wonder if that's important.
I join in your skepticism. But if it is a deception, you've got him. You must decide if he's telling the truth.
Yeah.
For now, I suggest you proceed along the neutral zone.
All right, Picard, it's on you.
Now watch what happens at 095433 on the clock. The scout has sustained engine damage, forcing him to slow to 0.615 impulse power. The warship should overtake him, but it doesn't.
Lets him go.
Just 2.6 seconds later, the warship slows to precisely the same speed. The warship kept its distance every time. I don't think they wanted to catch up.
Just as a show?
You wanted to see me, Captain?
Yes, Data. I want you to prepare a Class 1 probe. Set the sensors for maximum scan. I want every meter of Nelvana 3 monitored.
Is there something else you require of me, Captain?
Your clarity of thought. Your objectivity.
He does have objectivity. He's not clouded by emotions, as humans are.
How is the crew's spirit?
They are concerned, of course, Captain, but confident. Do you not see that, sir?
Data, unlike King Henry, it is not easy for me to disguise myself and walk among my troops.
But maybe he should be asking Troy how the crew is feeling.
You're forcing yourself to hold back.
I have told you everything relevant about Nelvana 3.
I'm not talking about the base.
The base is all that matters.
You're lying, Cital.
Yeah, Troy said so.
You're a spy, aren't you?
No.
Then prove it. The location of the Romulan base is along the neutral zone.
I don't know.
In your sector.
Irrelevant.
The number of troops under your
He just
admiral's
won't.
command.
Irrelevant.
It isn't. He won't talk.
Probe on course. Sensors are functioning.
Coordinate your analysis with Miss LaForge. I want this report with dispatch.
I don't know, Data. My gut tells me we ought to be listening to what this guy's trying to tell us.
Jordan believes him.
Yeah? Well, what do you think? Is he a defector or not?
The facts to date would lead to the objective conclusion that he is not.
Really?
Somehow I think we're going to catch the Romulans with their pants down on Nelvana 3, just like he says.
So Jordy thinks he's telling the truth.
So a person fills in the missing pieces of the puzzle with his own personality, resulting in a conclusion based as much on instinct and intuition as on fact.
Now you're getting it.
Although I don't think we like to admit that.
But what does one do if he has no instinct or intuition?
Data has no instinct or intuition? I guess he wouldn't.
As the probe went into orbit around Nelvana 3, it began picking up low-level subspace radio emissions.
It's probably Romulan, but we can't be sure. We've also picked up ionization disturbances.
Cloaked Romulan ships could produce that effect.
What about the planet's surface?
Reading nothing but barren rock. I don't know, they might be able to hide a base from our probe. Its capabilities are limited.
I don't know what to believe. He's just gonna have to decide, and I think he's like 50-50 right now.
You're the android. I know a host of Romulan cyberneticists that would love to be this close to you.
I do not find that concept particularly appealing.
No.
Nor should you.
I don't know what to make of this guy.
I don't suppose your food terminals would be capable of producing a Romulan ale.
I'm afraid that would require the molecular structure of the beverage in question.
Maybe he knows it.
Our knowledge of your planet is quite limited.
The loss is yours. For I have visited over 100 different worlds, and none possess the awesome beauty of Romulus.
And why has he defected? Just to prevent war?
It's a bitter thing to be exiled from your own home.
It does appear unlikely you will ever be allowed to return to your planet.
The cold reaction of an android.
Yes, what will happen to him if he is in fact a defector?
But perhaps we can bring Romulus to you.
The holodeck? Ah, the holodeck.
Run program. After you.
I wonder how close it is.
I no longer live here.
Now I kind of
Turn
like
it
this
off.
guy.
Cancel program.
This is my home now, my future. I have sacrificed everything.
Ooh, these woodwinds. I think I believe him now. I don't know, guys.
We have confirmed that you are holding Admiral Aladar Giroc. He has been identified as the commander at the massacre of the Norcan outposts. The Council strongly advises that you consider Giroc an unreliable source of information.
Now I think he's telling the truth.
If I had irrefutable evidence, you brought no evidence at all. And now I hear you are not the man you claim to be. Your credibility is stretched beyond belief.
Yeah, She's not buying it.
On military record, what we know of it is clear.
Which is precisely why I chose an alternate identity here.
The massacres in the Norcon outposts, for example.
Maybe he's just tired of being the bad guy.
Are you willing to help us overpower the Romulan B-type warbirds we may encounter? Are you prepared to help us detect them through their cloaking shields?
Yeah, how far will he go to help them?
I cannot betray my people.
You already betrayed your people, Admiral. Now, if the bitter taste of that is unpalatable to you, I am truly sorry. But I will not risk my crew because you think you can dance on the edge of the neutral zone.
He's over it.
And a man's life that you cannot know. When he looks down at the first smile of his baby girl and realizes he must change the world for her, for all children.
Maybe this is real.
Will never see my child smile again. She will grow up believing that her father is a traitor.
But if he can make peace, he knows it's worth it.
If we stop this war before it begins.
I can't, and I won't.
Really?
Unless I have unequivocal cooperation.
That's also reasonable, I think.
Miss LaForge, he is prepared to give you data regarding engines, weapons, and the cloaking systems of the Warbird-class starship.
Wow, talked him into everything.
For all we know, he may still be lying, but we shall find that out soon enough. Number one, set course for Nelvana 3.
Let's do it!
Approaching Nelvana system.
Engage impulse engines.
Nelvana 3 on screen.
I mean, they're gonna see if some of the intel he gave is correct, right?
Scanning the planet, sir. No life forms, no power sources, no weapon systems.
No indication of a base at all.
No, sir.
But maybe they're cloaked.
Lieutenant Worf, bring the Admiral up here.
Aye, sir.
Maybe they abandoned the planet after he defected.
Yeah.
There's no scarring on the planet's
Maybe he
surface that
lied.
would denote heavy construction of any kind.
But he would have to know they'd find that out.
There doesn't appear to be a base.
I don't understand.
Nelvana 3, Admiral. No base, no weapons, no sign of any life at all. You said that you had been censured, reassigned 4 months ago. They knew of your dissatisfaction. Could all this have been to test your loyalty?
No.
Well, it would appear so.
What other explanation is there?
Permission to withdraw from the neutral zone.
Granted.
At your earliest convenience, number one.
Helm, bring around 180 degrees. Jordy, get us out of here.
I hear you, Commander.
Before we start a friggin' war.
Warships, uncloaking. Coordinates?
Where's the trap?
Fuel holding.
Damage.
Minor damage in the secondary hull.
Oh, frig.
It seems this time you are the one who has made an aggressive move across the neutral zone.
As I'm sure you already know, we were responding to warnings of Romulan incursions at Nelvana 3.
But Captain,
Planted
as you can
information.
see, there is no incursion.
Yeah, this has all been a bait and switch.
After we dissect your enterprise for every precious bit of information, I intend to display its broken hull in the center of the Romulan capital and serve as a warning to any other traitor who would create ripples of disloyalty.
How dare he?
And you used me to lure the Enterprise into the neutral zone.
You will return the traitor Jarok. Then you will surrender as prisoners of war.
Oh my god.
You have 30 seconds to decide.
30 seconds!
I do not require one, Tomalok.
I urge you, Captain Picard, surrender.
Never!
Are you prepared to die today, Tomalok?
I expected more from you than an idle threat, Picard.
Mr. Worf.
Fire.
Aye, sir.
Uh-oh.
Klingon warships, armed and ready, sir.
Klingon warships?
Will still not survive our assault.
You will not survive ours. Shall we die together?
I look forward to our next meeting, Captain.
I do not.
Cancel red alert.
Get the F out of the neutral zone.
Will you extend the appreciation of the Federation and my personal gratitude to the Klingons?
Aye, sir.
Saving the day.
I did it for nothing.
Yeah, I feel bad for this guy.
Home, my family. For nothing.
Nobody can never go home again?
He ingested a phlogiston chip. He must have brought it with him.
A letter to his wife and daughter.
He must have known it would be impossible for us to deliver it.
Today, perhaps. But if there are others with the courage of Admiral Jarok, we may hope to see a day of peace when we can take his letter home.
He was telling the truth. Okay guys, that was season 3, episode 10, and I like that one. I especially liked the Defector guy, the actor. I thought he did a really good job, and I wasn't sure throughout the episode which way it was gonna go, whether he was telling the truth or not. And I think that's one of the points of this episode, is that you're not sure. Even Data and Geordi had a discussion about gut instincts and facts, and how, you know, things aren't always what they seem, and facts can lie, and your gut might not be sure, and talked a little bit about uncertainty in general, of what is actually true, and maybe even, you know, perspective on that. But also I thought one of the lines that the Defector guy had, where he said one world's butcher is another world's hero, maybe I'm neither of those things, I think that is kind of really the whole point of the episode in that line, kind of summed up. But I also liked how they started with the Shakespeare scene at the start, King Henry. You know, it's about a king trying to be among the commoners. Picard really had a few moments there where he even referenced how that pertains to himself. I thought that was really cool. There was more action in this episode as well. Overall, I think this episode belonged to the Defector guy, if anyone. It was an ensemble piece, I would say, but the Defector, sort of the main character, depending on the perspective you look at. It's tragic the way that he died at the end, and it's a pessimistic way to end, but also it was hopeful because he left that note for his family, and so that means he had just a little bit of hope that it could be delivered someday. So it was both things at the same time. So yeah, I think that was kind of where my head was during this episode. You know, things can be one thing and the other, seemingly contradictory at the same time. It doesn't always make sense depending on your perspective. This one I feel like is one that would merit a rewatch, and I might kind of even understand a little more about it. But I'd be interested to know what you guys think of this one. It's a thinker. I liked it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I had a great time. I hope you had a great time too, and I will see you next time. Bye guys.